All music was once new. Support comes from the Rockport Center for the Arts, hosting an evening of classical music featuring the Adagio String Quartet from Corpus Christi, performing movements by Mozart and Haydn. For tickets or more information, visit rockportartcenter.com/music series or call 361-729-5519. Speaking of the Adagio Quartet, I have a member of the Adagio group right here in the studio. I have Angel Dominguez here, and they will be performing at the Rockport Center for the Arts. Welcome, Angel.
Hi, I'm glad to be here.
Such a pleasure. Well, you have been together as a string quartet for over a decade. That's something to applaud.
Yes, ma'am, definitely. We've had a few members that have been here the whole time, 10 years plus, and then we do have members that come and go. Mm-hmm. But we have been together for quite some time. We have a good collection of music, and we just enjoy doing what we can to bring music to everybody.
And when you play with the same people year after year, it does develop a sense of camaraderie and understanding where you can just make that eye contact and know, what each other's thinking and when to come in. So
yes, definitely.
There's some magic there.
Yes, me and the first violinist, Oscar Dodier, me and him are some of the founding members who have been doing it for over 10 years, and we just know exactly what to do if something happens in the music and we have to keep going, repeat, or skip a section. He just gives me that look, just like you were saying, and same with me. If we start to drag, I just start to push with the viola, and they feel it, and we get back on tempo.
Who are the other current members?
Right now, Oscar Dodier, like I said, is playing first violin. We have Cassandra Cow playing second violin, and she's also my fiancée. Fun fact there.
Yes, I love that.
And then we have Haley Rambo playing the cello for us.
Tell me your path to music, Angel.
Well, I was born in El Paso, where I started playing when I was 10 years old. And I started on the viola. It was a random choice that my sister played for a year. And I just said, viola. My orchestra teacher loved it because it's not the most popular instrument. And since then, I went to San Antonio, performed there. I performed in the Valley. Just moved around a little bit, so I got experience in different cities, different musical cultures, and it really broadened my perspective on the arts and the viola and quartet in general.
Angel, I'm a passionate learner. I'm always curious and interested in details, and I'm passionate about sharing information with listeners. I was at a chamber music concert just Saturday, the Jasper Quartet, beautiful performance, and I just want to tell listeners, a viola, from a distance, it looks just like a violin. But if you put them side by side, a viola is a bit larger and the box is actually a bit deeper.
Yeah, it's bigger. It's kind of like a zoomed-in version of a violin, if you want to think of it. But it's a small version of a cello is something I like to think of it because it does have the same strings, just an octave higher. But it does have that low register that connects the cello to the violins, and it is held upright like a violin. But definitely bigger, and it's a little bit more strenuous to carry on your shoulder as well. But a wonderful sound. I love it.
Angel, you started music early, and you seem to have a passion for preparing the next generation of musicians. You've had a lot of positions here in the community. Tell us about those.
I've taught a few orchestras, including the Joe Garza Center when I was in college. I learned how to direct and how to conduct, mostly through that experience. And following graduation, I also was the high school teacher at John Paul II High School. And currently, I am the string instructor for Coast, which is a community orchestra that stands for Community Orchestra and String Techniques. It is me and a guitar teacher. I do violin, viola, cello, and the guitar teacher does everything guitar. And eventually, when we have concerts, we put both groups together and get a mixture of a whole sense of community that includes not only students, but parents and members of all ages.
And you also play viola with the Del Mar Chamber Orchestra, so you're a busy man.
That's correct. I do play with Del Mar, and we actually have a concert for Del Mar that Sunday following the Friday concert.
That's Friday, April 14th. We'll be playing at the Rockport Conference Center, and this is a new facility, new venue, and I'm so excited for them as they branch out to other art forms such as music to have performances there. Tell me about some of the music on the program on the 14th.
Some of the music we're going to be playing is heavily Mozart. We're playing two of his Divertimenti, number 136 and K137. In addition to Mozart, we are going to also feature Haydn with the Lark Quartet, which is one of his most popular quartets of his series. And the other quartet we'll be playing is by Mozart. It's number 19, the Dissonance Quartet. And it's one of his quartets that he actually wrote in tribute to Haydn. So there's a connection right there between that.
And it's interesting, as you're speaking, I'm looking at the music that I chose for my noon hour. I've chosen some Mozart for today.
Oh, is that right? What did you choose for today?
The 4 flute quartets. He'll be well represented.
Yes, he will.
Angel, I'm so thankful for this opportunity to speak to you. You want to tell our listeners one more time, remind them of the performance?
Yes, ma'am. The performance will be in Rockport at the Rockport Center for the Arts. It will be on the 14th of April at 7:30 p.m.
And that's next Friday.
That is next Friday, yes, ma'am. And it was going to be $25 for general admission tickets. And if you would like a VIP seat, it is $50 at a cocktail table. And just a quick note on our program, the Mozart Divertimenti that we are going to be playing, he actually wrote them when he was 15 years old.
Wow.
So to put any music learning and any children who are learning music right now, Mozart could do it at 15. We need to keep the music going and keep playing and learning music together.
Well, thanks, Angel, for what you're doing in the community to inspire both this generation and the next. Thanks for your leadership, and I hope you all have a beautiful performance.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.